Because PCV2 vaccination here in Korea is almost like 100%. So we haven't had many severe cases of PCVAD cases here in Korea. Rather than that, we have a lot of PCV2 positive cases, and those number of the PCV2 positive cases kind of keep increasing, and the number of PCV2 positive cases with a high virus titer keep increasing too. So I think the subclinical infection is more important in Korea. So basically, we don't see much clinical symptom, but the virus infection looks like reduced the average weight gain. So it takes time. It takes more time, about 10 to 20 days longer, for those subclinically infected pig to reach to the market weight. So that clinical infection is more important in Korea because it caused a lot of economical losses. Based on our diagnostic test result, the number of PCV2D cases keep increasing. So about 80% of PCV2 positive cases, in those cases we identify PCV2D, and about 10% of the PCV2 positive cases we detect PCV2B and 2D as a co-infection. So about 90% of the PCV2 positive cases we can explain with PCV2D. So obviously PCV2D is the main genotype prevailing in Korea. I think the vaccination interference by maternal antibody is so obvious based on my opinion, because we compare vaccine efficacy depending on the different pig population. So we do the vaccination on SPF animal, which means serologically, antigenically negative for the PCV2 virus, and vaccination on the conventional pigs, which has maternal antibody from their mother. And we do the vaccination on those two different pig population. Then if we do the vaccination on serologically negative pigs, we can expect the high level of antibody response after vaccination. But if we do the vaccination on the conventional pig, which has maternal antibody already, we can observe that the antibody level is keep decreasing even after vaccination. So I think the vaccination interference by maternal antibody is so obvious based on those experiments. And based on the field study, there are a lot of PCV2 positive farm, even they are doing PCV2 vaccination. And the time those farms get infected by PCV2 virus exactly match with the time the antibody kind of decrease and become negative. So I think those antibody level and the protection is kind of significantly related. So I think maintain of the good level of PCV2 specific antibody is important to make the farm as a negative farm.